Hey everybody, and welcome back to part 2. And if you're a subscriber, you should have got your little email or Bing coming through to let you know that this video has landed. And this is part 2 of the block scenes. So what we're going to be doing is, as promised, I'm just going to be going through the second part. So what we'll do is, let me just stick that on there, and I'll just put that there as a trigger. So what now we're going to do is we're going to, whenever something happens, so whether it's time-based or whether a module has, module sensor, whatever has activated, let's do the following. So on this particular one, we're always going to be most likely using either a device or we're going to be using notifications. So let's do the notification one, because that's quite straightforward, to be honest with you. There's only 3 little things that can happen. We can either get an email, we can get a push notification, or we can have what we call an interactive push notification. So email, stick that in, choose the person then click in the middle and just write a message. And that's pretty much it, really, to be honest. Whenever this trigger becomes true, so in my scenario, 25th December at 11:12 a.m., send an email, and that's going to be the message. Quite straightforward, really, isn't it? And push, same thing. Username, so the user is me, and user, choose the username and a message, and that just then comes through as a push notification. So usually what would happen is we would actually put these at the end of something to do. So we'll have, say, a light turn on and then a notification come through. Okay. Interactive push notification. Here is where you can actually have something done. So it kind of gives you a choice of what you would like to do. So I would say something like choose a device. I can't choose a device because I don't have any. Okay. Run screen, run device, choose room. So it looks like I need to set up devices and things like that, which I still haven't done. So that's usually your mobile with a title and a message, and then you can have 2 buttons on there, yes and a no. If it's yes, then it runs. Then you can say, right, run the device and say what device that you want it to run, or run a scene and choose the name of the scene. As we don't have many scenes, so I've only got an option of 1. And the device here will be a mobile or something that you've got set up, which, to be honest, is my test home center, so I don't have anything set up on here. Okay, so that is how you would run the interactive push. Now what we're going to do is go on to devices, and let's put that onto here. So again, we just choose the room, choose the device, or whatever device we want. So let's say we're going to run the clear events log, and we're going to press the button. So before I forget, turn on is the actual device itself. So if you cast your mind back to devices, so here, clear events log. So when we say turn on and off, we're only talking about these top buttons here. So turn on, turn off. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter which of these it is. It's that action itself. So it's the main top button here. So the action here, that is actually the turn on and turn offs. Okay. So for example, if you remember my lights system, whether we turn enable motion detection or disable motion detection. So that's what that means by turning on and turning off. And it applies to anything, whether it's a light, turn on, turn off, or whether it's actual the device itself, turn on, turn off. But what we're interested in is on this specific one is we want this to press this specific button called clear events log. So if I chose, say, this test QA, I could have been pressing SW1 or SW2. So, or if I chose this quick app, I can press this one, this, or these. It probably means nothing, but it still, you get my drift that you can press any of these specific buttons. Okay. So let's go back onto here. Oh, let's go backwards, because in fact, let me just go back out of that. Don't save. Let's just go back to what it was. So leave that alone. And then I'm going to choose the device again. Choose the room. Choose the device. So for example, with an actual physical device, turn on, turn off, set the level, or toggle. Then if we have the quick apps, so say motion lights, and again the turn on, turn off toggle is a standard function. Press the button, and then we've got all these buttons to choose from. See what I mean? Where it's kind of like a bit pointless to use them, but they are actually in order how you see them on the quick app too. So that's like the up and down times, fix to fix. So that's like the on time, off time, and duration, dimming, and the dim levels. So, but we are interested in the clear events log, and we just want to press the button, clear events. So all I've done here is whenever the sensor is safe for 10 seconds, clear the events log. Although, you know, we're probably going to be wanting it to be based on time. So let's just, for the sake of completeness, we're going to say exact time, and let's say 8 o'clock. So this means every day, 8 AM, clear events log will clear my events log. Or let's add another day, let's say on a Tuesday. So now this is done weekly. So if this is daily and weekly, simple as that, just by adding that and making sure all of these are true. So that's how you do that action. And we can also then say, let's have a notification. Okay, let's have a click on that. Let's have a push notification to say the user, and clear, done. That's it. So now this is like every Tuesday, 8 AM, clear events, send a message. Simple as that. So that's essentially how to do the responses. GPS location on, again, we are going to use that as a trigger, but it's not that reliable because the phones keeps kind of going into energy save mode, and when that happens, it means the GPS location is also in energy save mode. So until the battery life improves or the way they measure the location improves, then it's not really going to be that reliable for us. And literally that's it for this part of the video, because the actual device systems are relatively easy and straightforward. One thing I would like to add in, based on the other one, is we're going to talk about the sunrise and sunsets to set up your notifications. So here, this is where we come to the what's called the variables panel. Okay, so if I go on to, let's do general variables. Now, if you think back to my previous videos, especially with motion detections, when you only want motion detection to occur at certain times. So what we would do is we would create a variable, and we'll call it day or night. And we're going to have two options. We're going to have option night, and we're going to have an option called day. So right now it's after sunset, so that's why I set up night first. Then if I go into scenes, and I'm going to choose set to day, all right, and click there to save it. And all we're going to do here is we're going to say sunrise and sunset, and all we're going to say is at set today. So at sunrise, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is, because we want it to be done every single day. We're going to click on the panel, we're going to go to variables and stick that in there. We're going to choose our variable, and we're going to choose it to say daytime. So at sunrise every day, this variable will automatically go to day, and hit save. We're going to copy that scene, and we're going to change this set to night. And then we're just going to change that to at sunset, set the same variable to night. Done. So what this does is, and then we're just going to switch it on. Don't forget to switch it on. So what these two scenes do, every day at sunset, it'll set it to night. At sunrise, it will set it to day. We can then use that in conjunction with our motion scene. So motion on. So this is where we're going to turn the lights on. Yeah, be a bit more specific. So let's be more specific. So mine's called dim bulb, and say it was in the living room. So we'll call it living on. So we're going to choose a device. It's motion detection. So let's say we've chosen the device there, and we've chosen the motion detector inside the living room, and we're going to say it has been detected. But we also only want this to work at night time. So that's when you go to the panels, then variables, and we're going to choose the variable day or night, and we're going to make sure that the variable equals night. So now, and make sure this says all of these are true. So now we've got motion detection in the room when it's nighttime only to do something. And in this case, for the completeness, we're just gonna choose that, choose the room, choose the bulb, and just gonna turn it on. That's it. And then we're gonna save it. Oops, save it. So now we want the opposite. So I'm gonna copy that scene again, and we're gonna just click on motion living off. So we're going to say motion is safe, specify time of 30 seconds. To be honest with you, we don't need this if you don't want to include it. That just means that also at any time of day, it will make sure the lights just turn off. No, actually, let's do that. No, it just means that any time of day, whenever there's no detection. So even if somebody turns on the light by mistake, it would automatically turn the light off, and then just turn that off and hit save, and done. So now, and then of course, turn it on. Done. Motion living off. So now it'll turn the lights off too during the day. So if somebody does accidentally turn on the light, after 30 seconds, if nobody's in that room, it will automatically switch off the light as well. So it means you're not wasting power. So that's the quick one on the do the following, or what we call the actions. Okay, and hopefully that should be enough to keep you going and get your basic scenes set up and running. If you have any questions, as per normal, just give me a shout, write them on the comment section. And if you want anything else to know about, just let me know and I'll get the video sorted. Thank you for watching again, as usual. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye for now.